Hello! Recently Relic Castle held their 8th annual Summer Game Jam. For those who don't know, the Relic Castle Game Jam is an event where people are given 40 days to start and finish a game. Public resources are allowed to be used, but otherwise the project starts from scratch. In a wondrous effort from a Pokémon fangame community, 29 entries were submitted. I did my best to play and stream most of them, and it was a blast. But today I want to talk a little bit about some of the more overlooked entries. So today I'll be talking about 5 games that did not win a spotlight for the Game Jam, but I still believe deserve a lot of recognition. And just to clarify, I thoroughly enjoyed games that won spotlights. I could probably gush about Pokémon Halcyon and Pokémon of the Elements for hours. What a game. I don't want to let it go. But yeah, I love this game, but that's for another day. Starting off, Overcome Magikarp. This is less of a Pokemon fan game and more of a foddying game, akin to the likes of Getting Over It and Jump King, in the sense they will rage frequently and be put to the start of the game time and time again. You are Magikarp in a cruel world, where your intrinsic nature leaves you at a disadvantage to other predators. This might make it sound like a live in hell and leave you wondering why I included it on the list. But in truth, it is actually very well done. With every reset, you will gain the skill and knowledge to be able to push just a little bit further than last time. You can expect to die lots, but you can also expect to improve lots. An area like the forest that might initially seem impossible will eventually become a walk in the park once you've learnt the layout from your previous attempts. This game should also be praised for its artistic sense. It is really sending a heartfelt message to the audience, and a lot is done to contribute to the quality of that message, such as committing to a washed out colour palette and having zero dialogue throughout the whole game. This is a gem of an experience, and there has recently been an update to the game to polish it up a bit, which is all the more reason to give it a try. How to survive the Pokemon journey. In this game, like many other Pokemon games, you are a kid, leaving on the first journey around the region. However, the gameplay is completely different than a standard Pokemon game. The Pokemon battling mechanic still exists, and there are still gyms, but the game is all about surviving. You aren't only able to buy Pokeballs and potions, but also water filters and rations. You need to make sure you're prepared to hike from one town to the next, and even when you think you might be prepared, a wild Pokemon might just try to snatch some of your food, or maybe one of your travelers will get sick. Anything can happen. The gameplay is what makes this game really memorable to me. It was a very fun and exciting loop, doing my best to prepare in town and then facing the road ahead. And more than once I was on the edge of my seat, thinking I wouldn't make it. Being a jam game, there's a lot of room for improvement. There's still some bugs that need ironing out, and a lot of mechanics feel like they could use some more depth. However, I still believe this game is very much worth playing and a great attempt at mixing a Pokemon world with a different genre. Pokémon Distant Memories. This game may not look too remarkable on the surface, but it struck a chord somewhere deep inside me. You play as an old man looking back on your past memories, the highs and lows of your life. I don't want to spoil too much, since the spectacular thing about this game is the story it tells. You learn about this man, his friends, his rivals, and you see them developing alongside him. As you are looking back on your memories, not everything in the narrative is strictly chronological, but the game has a fascinating way of letting you know what happens when, by letting you see what point his party's up to. You might be playing through a memory where there's a Purloin, and then the next memory you experience there's now a Liepard in your party. It really adds to the character's development and your attachment to him. This game also features lots of really good payoffs in the narrative. You know something is going to happen, but you're not sure exactly when or how, and boy when it happens, it hits hard. Normally I would take issue with the inconsistent graphic style, and I know this is a very specific thing for me and probably won't be the same for others, but the default RPG Maker tiles really compounded this sense of nostalgia I got from the game. The game is all about looking back at your past, and it really made me do that. The graphics and the story reminded me of when I played To the Moon as a kid, and it just made me feel something. I wasn't only watching this old man grow up, but also going back and watching myself grow up. This game has some bugs and parts of it need some more polish to make it a smooth experience, However, this game still got me by the chest, and that is why I needed to talk about it. The plan is simple, or at least that's what our main character is made to think. I should clarify, that's the name of the game. The plan is simple feels like a very cinematic game. That might sound a bit stupid. This is a top-down, 2D, pixely game. How can it feel cinematic? And yeah, that's a fair point. However, the way everything is presented, from the dialogue delivery to the overarching themes, makes me feel like I'm playing through a heist movie as Tom Cruise. This is a game about breaking into various buildings and stealing various things, all without being caught, of course. The narrative surrounding the game is engaging and the gameplay is unique. You use your Pokémon to perform different actions in the world, such as disguising yourself or slipping into vents, and most of these are done through minigames. These minigames really gave this game that sprinkle of uniqueness to me, and made it something memorable. Go give it a shot. Pokémon Paranormal. How did this not get more love? It honestly makes me really sad. Pokémon Paranormal is a game made by Fangame, and it is not a game made in a standard Pokémon Fangame engine. It is made in Unity, and plays completely differently than a Pokémon game. This is a first-person horror game. You go from level to level with a goal to rescue the baby Pokémon in need, and make an escape, all while managing your flashlight battery and stamina level. This game is very well put together. It is a smooth, bug-free experience. The difficulty is just right where you will struggle for later levels, but not to the point of it becoming unfun. Although that cave level did nearly break me. This game even includes some bonus post-game content, a ranking system, and a hard mode. All in all, this game feels like a very nice and tight, full experience. So please give it a play and leave your thoughts on the thread. It deserves so much more attention for taking Pokémon fan games in such a unique direction. Well, there you go. Those are 5 games from the Relic Castle Game Jam 8 that I felt were hidden gems. This video is a very different kind of video for me, so please let me know if you liked it and would be interested in more videos of a similar format. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.